Okay, back again.
Huh?
Lovely day here on the sunny Queensland. We've had a lot of bushfires lately, so there's a lot of smoke out in the hinterland there. Yesterday I said to myself, I need some long lengths of steel to do these drip rails. And if you think about it, there's a lot of meterage there to go all the way around the vehicle. If I'm going to do one bit, I might as well do the whole lot. It's easier. Then I know it's good. So I went down to my local. I thought, you know what, I should just get a sheet 2.4 by 1.2 and get them to cut it up, then break the edges for me, and it'll save me a lot of time. And I've asked them before for scrap metal, and they've been a bit sheepish on it. But anyway, the bloke that was there yesterday, he said, yeah, just go through the bin and get what you want. And I threw him $20 and got what I needed. And luckily enough, I've pretty much got a lot of metal now, for lack of a better term. There was about 6 of these, so that's 1.8 mil zinc anneal, and they're a 2.4 meter length, and they're all exactly the same width. So I've got 4 of these, all exactly the same, and I've got some offcuts of 2 mil thick zinc anneal, and they're really handy for frame stuff. So, and then I got some strips, some thinner strips. Got a few various sizes of them, but and I got some thicker width, full length pieces. There's a couple down there as well, of the 1.75 mil. And then I also got, I'm not sure what they were engineering at the time, but they did a lot of 90-degree bend, broken edged offcuts. So originally I thought, oh yeah, I could use them for the drip rail, but I'm going to use them for inside the B-posts and inside the door frames, because they're quite sturdy. So I'll save all them. And because I put one up there and thought that'd be perfect, but it's not the quite angle, so they will get used. They're a perfect 90 degree. So this was all in their scrap bin. And then so I looked at these and thought they'd be perfect for the drip rail, because then you get the outside lip and then the inside lip, which is another tipped edge. So you've got 2 tipped edges and a gap, and this works out to be exactly right. So, well, it's exactly right for what I want to use it for. May not be exactly right as far as spare parts go. So anyway, I played around with one last night, and this is what I came up with. So you can see this is about a, I don't know, 85 degree bend. That's going to be that part there on the outside, and then this is the inside. And if you put it up against, sorry, I'll go this way. If you put it up against the vehicle, it goes all the way from the back all the way to the front. So that's going to be great. It's cheap. As I said, I paid $20 for all this steel, and I'm going to get all my drip rails. That's all the way around the whole vehicle. If you price them as spare parts, do the maths and tell me what it's going to cost you. And also I got a lot of these 90 degree bends of a thicker gauge again, and what I'm going to use them for is along the back here under the tailgate, and then another strengthener up the top here. So it's all going to get used. So that's that length, and I use my tipping stick, I'll call it, It's basically it's just that with two separate lengths. So one goes in there, right, and you just put it in and then tip it and you break the edge, and you just do a little bit at a time, like 5 degrees, 10 degrees. You work your way along and you come back and you do it again, and then you increase it, you go back, and you increase it and you go back, and you don't get any stretching, minimal stretching anyway. So, and then, so that's the long one, and then this is the short one. And when you work with different thickness metals, so if I go, say for instance I go for a thinner gauge next time, I'll just put this in the vise and squeeze it up, and it'll pinch it at the point where I want it to be pinched. So it'll go right in and grab that line that you scribed, and then you just throw a wedge in it and bash it out if you want a thicker one. And when it gets a bit soft or munted, I also use it as a driving point as well, so I'll be hitting it on the back with a hammer. I shouldn't do that, but I have to tune it up every now and again. So I tuned this one up this morning. You can see how nice and clean that is. I've rounded all the edges and tuned it up. I put a hacksaw blade back through the center of it and just cleaned it out. So this one was my test piece, and I was thinking originally, oh, this would be perfect for the full length, and it's just a little bit wavy because I did it at like 8 o'clock last night, so I wasn't paying much attention. So I finished it off this morning. So what I'll do with this one is this will get cut up into a few pieces, and now that I know exactly what I'm doing, these two longer ones will be the two sides, and then this one will be this section up here, one, the other side, and then also along the back here as well. So I'll get I'll get full usage out of this. And so basically what I did is I scribed the edge like that all the way along. You could probably just see the line, so both of them are exact. And then I'm just going to use this and just break that edge. If you look now, you might not be able to see it, but that edge is broken now, right on that line. So I'll continue doing that all the way along here. It'll take me a couple of hours. But also, as you know, I've handmade all of these panels. So this front valance here, that's all handmade. It's exact. And the floor pan is made. You can't really see it right now, but that's all handmade. So this one here was another offcut as well. And that's going to be the inner valance down the bottom. And that's quite a thick metal. That's nearly 2 mil thick zinc anneal. And what I have to do is come up a certain distance. I'm not sure exactly how high these are. So it's this panel that goes on the inside that joins to the frame. So if anyone knows it, let me know that distance so I can get it right. I'm sure it's not that important. It's just how much it drops down. And I've got to break that edge and then stretch these two to give it a curl. But I got all of that metal for 20 bucks. And I don't know, it's probably, you know, nearly $1,000 worth of parts if I was to buy them. So, you know, 3 or 4 days labour and 20 bucks worth of steel. It's It's not bad. Anyway, bring it back.